Foley is the process of adding sounds by recording them in sync with the destination media. In this example, the hammer sound of a blacksmith making a sword. To record Foley sound efficiently, two people are needed, the sound engineer and the Foley artist. The purpose of the sound engineer is to prepare the cues and operate audio equipment while the Foley artists perform. On the other hand, the Foley artist's purpose is to give life to the actions and scenes by recreating the sounds needed and also to act the sound itself as if it was a character. This is very important because a vivid sound or a boring noise can make the difference for the audience. To record some Foley, you will need to understand the technical process and make sure you have the necessary tools and setup. You need a computer, an audio interface, headphones, speakers, a microphone, and an external screen. The microphone connects to the interface, which is connected to the computer. The second screen will be used to play the video while recording, so it's easy to see the details. The headphones are used to monitor the microphone sound while recording, and the speakers to listen to all tracks. This example will be very specific to this equipment, but the concept behind it can be easily adapted to other configurations. Open Audition and create a new multi-track session. Give it a name, for example, Foley Group 1, and browse a folder. In this case, it will be saved at Documents, External Works. Audition will create a subfolder with the name of the project with all the files inside. Select 48,000 Hz, 24-bit with a stereo master and click OK. Copy your video file to the session folder and drag that copy to the first track. Set the video preview window to the other screen if it's not there already. Make sure Audition is using the correct audio interface and that the proper channels are configured. In this case should be Q16 audio as default input and output, and the left and right output channels addressed to Q16 audio 17 out and 18 out. In the editor window, at the multitrack view, you can click on the Input-Output tab and set the input channel as mono channel 9 in for the track you are going to use to record. We will connect the microphone to channel 9 at the audio interface. To actually record on this track, you need to arm the track before clicking the record button. Audition is set up and ready to record. Connect the microphone to the interface. In this case, the first available is channel 9. In the interface, select channel 9 and at the screen, on the processing page, turn on the 48-volt phantom power by holding the button if you are using a condenser microphone. You will need to adjust the gain for the preamp according to the sound being recorded later. Our system is in a surround 5.1 configuration and the front speakers, the normal stereo, are at output mix 5.6. Therefore, the master is free of speakers, but is used to drive the headphones. All channels are addressed to the master so you can hear the sound in the headphones, but only the computer is addressed to the speakers in order to let you listen to your session without having feedback from the microphones. If you want to hear the computer in the speakers, the Mix 5.6 fader should be at 0 decibels and the computer front left and front right at a comfortable volume. If you need sound in the headphones, you raise the master to 0 decibels. While recording, you cannot have sound at the speakers or they will make noise to the recording. To avoid that, you lower the speaker's fader while recording. To listen to the microphone, you should raise the microphone channel fader to the same level as the computer. This will allow you to understand the sound you are recording in comparison with what you already have recorded. Anyway, if you don't want to listen to the computer or want a different mixing level, you are free to adjust these levels independently. To summarize, the headphones master should be at 0 decibel. When listening to the session, raise the speakers to 0 decibel, but while recording, lower them to -infinity. Use the computer and microphone's fader to adjust how much you want to listen of each other in the headphones and at the speakers. To help you with the setup, I have already stored a preset with these settings ready. To load it, you go to Scenes, select the second preset, Foley Channel 9, click on Recall, and confirm the operation. After it, make sure you have Channel 9 selected and return to the processing page. Select the gain knob, and you are ready to adjust it to the proper level according to the microphone's position and sound source. The sound engineer will set up the software and adjust the microphone settings to record the sound. To prepare the recording, you'll need to navigate to the desired location and with the time selection tool, drag the selection from after the end of the action to a little before the beginning of the action. Dragging backwards allows you to see the frame in the preview and the selection is more efficient. Activate the loop button and press play to check if the whole action is inside the loop. You will need a little space before the action to start recording. If you are satisfied with the loop, mark it by pressing the M key. With this, if you lose the selection, you can easily reselect the same exact time. This is important because the Foley artist will memorize that specific timing while rehearsing the sound before recording. Now you can play the loop and let the artist start rehearsing the movement several times. While he is doing that, you can configure the track to record the channel Mono 9 and change the track name to the name of the action. The file will be saved with the track's names, so don't forget it. Press the button to arm the track for record and adjust the microphone's position to get a good sound and set the gain level properly. You should raise the gain in the mixer as much as you can, but avoid distortion, so keep the view meter below the red lights. At this point, the system is ready to record. The Foley artist will follow the movement of the action in the video. The action should be in a loop, and the artist should rehearse the timing and search for the best way of reproducing the sound. Sometimes one action is made of several objects and textures. During this rehearsal, no talking is advised. If the movement is not perfect, just wait for the next loop and do it again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
If it helps, you can loudly count the rhythm to help your brain to get the timing. At some point in this process, you will be able to mimic the movement perfectly and you can start acting the sound. This means that you need to search for the right texture, strength, and handling. This is the most important step in this process because resynchronizing, if it's not exactly at the same rhythm, can be done after in the editor. To record, just hit play in loop and let the artist repeat the movement. When the engineer feels that the sound belongs to the action, just hit the rec button at the beginning of the loop without stopping. Try to click on the button silently so the artist doesn't know you are recording. To stop the recording, hit the space key. This should produce a clip already in time that only needs to be adjusted to the mix. To listen, just hit space and play the timeline. If you want to listen to the session in your speakers, just raise the speaker's fader. Every time you have a new action to record, do it in a new track. Again, select the correct microphone, arm the track for record, change the name of the track, and repeat the process for every sound.